Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm telling you, if there wasn't a day without technical difficulties, there wouldn't be a day at all. So we're having a few right now. Our guest, Jeff, he's had some internet problems today. Never had an outage in probably 10 years, and he was out, so he's on his cell phone. I lost Nick. I don't know where he's at tonight, so we're going to start this thing out with just me. And then I will get Jeff up here in a second, and then we will kind of roll on. Had a few things to discuss early on, but first we're just going to go through some of the chat here and say hey to everybody. Jay Paul's I knew he was getting ready to bail. He said that he probably wouldn't be on long tonight. Had stuff going on. Everybody's got stuff going on in the summertime. I thanked him for stopping by. Rusty Magnets, they're going to be in the pool. Frederick Romano's in the house. Gary from NorCal Detecting is in here. Clark's Cove Detecting. Covers, right on. They cracked me up. I got caught up on some of their videos this week from Swifty's hunt and just prior, and I got a couple really good laughs, especially Miss K getting down to some sledgehammer. That was pretty funny. Go on down the list a little bit. Tom's River Metal Detector Pager, thank you for being in. Lauren O'Reilly is in the house. Hi, Lauren. Nice to see you tonight. Kay's digging it. Sledgehammer. That's your new nickname, Kay. I'm going to start calling you Sledgehammer. I think that's got to stick for a while, right? Tidewater Magnet Thrower is in the house. That's Jacob. What's up, brother? Nice to see you, my friend. SWFL Treasure Detecting that's Dennis, I believe, and he's in here as well. And I'm trying to make sure I learn names. So if I screw you up, call me out. Relic Reaper Metal Detecting, that's Don Garza. What's up, my friend? Mentioned Kay before. There's Kay's digging it. See her. Let's see, going on down. Cheryl and Randy Combs, Treasure Extractors. How are you folks tonight? And I see Tim, the Illinois digger, that's in here today. What's up, my brother Tim? Nice to see you. Snorkeling Treasure Adventures, welcome. Don, the Metal Detective. That's Kay's digging buddy in Texas. And then 907 Outdoors. So that kind of wraps up and gets us caught up. Oh, Outdoor Influencers in the house. Haven't seen you for a minute. Thanks for coming in and seeing us. I really appreciate it. You, Ann Brockton, and Mary Monarch all sneaking in at the last second. Steel Wool Queen, welcome. And I think that gets us pretty well caught up. I believe I just saw a text message from Nick stating that he was on his way. I'm going to go ahead and mention it really fast because I feel it necessary. There's a GoFundMe out there for Jeff Mays, and that's Adventures with Goat. And his wife had and I'm not sure exactly the episode, but she had an episode, and she had to go to the emergency room. And it was like stroke symptoms or symptoms of like one was coming on, and they jacked her around and they sent her home, something to that effect. Not sure of all the details. Anyway, she went into later on, she had a full-blown stroke, and now she's like 7 hours away from Jeff. And I know, that Jeff is one of those guys that always seems to kind of, no matter what the situation, he's always taking care of himself and her, and their family's been pretty. And I know that he's not the type to ask for help unless he needed it. So I'm going to post this link, and if you can't donate to this, and that's all well and good. I mean, I know that everybody's probably got tight money issues and stuff like that at home, but everybody has social media, and there's people on there, and if you link that or share that to somebody else's social media, you might find somebody out there that's that's got a little extra and definitely sympathetic to people that don't have it right at the moment. So if you could just share it on your social media, let Jeff know that you care or that you're thinking about him. Him and Kiara would be very appreciative of that. That was one of the things. We had last week. We got to go to Flash Bash, but I think Jeff's internet's he's on his phone tonight instead of his standard internet. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab Jeff and get him up here, and so we can start talking. but I'd like to introduce Jeff, Metal Detecting Wisconsin. What's up, Jeff?
Hi, Shane.
There you are.
I can't see you for some reason.
Okay, well, let's give it a second until you come through.
Hopefully you
As
can
long as
see me.
Nope, everything's clear and bright as it can get. Did it ever come through, or is it still fuzzy?
No, well, I'm not seeing you, or I'm not even seeing myself, to tell you the truth. I'm just seeing a black screen.
Well, as long as you can hear, your video's coming through fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mary. Just check out that GoFundMe for him, and if you can, just just share the link in your Facebook, and if you want to say something to him, he's a really great guy, and I really appreciate him. He's a nice fellow to talk to, and they could use a little bit of help. Squirrels Magnet Fishing's in the house. Well, Jeff, I was telling everybody we're all having problems today, and yours has been internet.
It's been a bad electronics day for me. My part-time job, I use an app, and it kind of crashed on me 2 or 3 times during my deliveries today. So it's been one of those days. Gotta love electronics at times.
You already have a question in the chat, and I'll go ahead and ask you because it's pertinent. Clayton, one of the Rusty Magnets, they're magnet fishers. They're asking, what part of Wisconsin are you in?
I'm in southeastern Wisconsin, so I'm about 30 minutes northwest of Milwaukee.
All right. Did you catch that, Clayton? 30
Washington
northwest
County.
So Washington County. I think they're somewhere around Madison, I think, is where they're at. I'm not sure. I know it's somewhere up in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because I think we talked about this, or I'm not really, God, I can't remember. We talk so much to different people all the time. Motor City Magnet Fishers, what's up? Hey, the first thing I wanted to get to today was, when did you get your first metal detector, and what brought that on? How did that come about in your life?
Well, I was a coin collector when I was really young. I don't remember what age I started, but pretty young. So I was always interested in coins. And my grandmother was probably one of my bigger supporters with coin collecting, and so was my mother. And I think it was, I don't know, one of the science magazines looked into it at school, saw a metal detector in there, and kind of piqued my interest, and because I saw the coins in the advertisement. And I was at a rummage sale one day and saw this kit metal detector, which is just really, I don't know, just a basic cheap thing, probably from Radio Shack. I don't know where it's from, but they're selling it for a couple of bucks, so I bought it. And this thing was basically a coil with a handle on it and a couple of controls. I think it had a 9-volt battery that turned it on. But the weird thing was you had to use a transistor radio to dial in a frequency, and you basically had a threshold. So when the threshold would go up or down, you were over metal. So all I really found with it was big chunks of iron, and that kind of got me really interested in it. And I started looking into getting a decent one. And there was, in my small hometown, there was actually a White's dealer that sold out of his home, and he used to advertise at the local fair, the Northern Wisconsin State Fair, which is basically a large.
Oh, and there he went. Well, let's give Jeff a few seconds to get back. I know like I said, he's having internet issues. If we have to, we can postpone this one and postpone him until next week if it doesn't work out, because got plenty of other good stuff to talk about. And there he's back.
There we go. I'm back.
Did it just kick you out?
Yeah, it just kicked me out. So I picked up
a
flyer. I picked up a flyer at that county fair from this guy, and I actually still have the original flyer. Little show and tell here. The White's Beachcomber. So that's what it was, my first detector. My grandma helped me purchase it for my 13th birthday, and was off to the races from then. I was pretty much a diehard White's fan all the way up until I bought my Minelab E-Track. Otherwise, I had kind of worked my way up the chain of white detectors over the years. And I want to mention that was in 1974, I think, when I first bought that detector at the rummage sale, and then it was 1976 when I finally got that white beachcomber. And I was
Wow.
fortunate enough to live in a town with rich history for Wisconsin. It's originally a logging town, and it also had Leinenkugels Brewery was another big industry there. Both started in the 1860s. Well, logging was long before the brewery came around, but so there's a lot of history. Really, a big beautiful park and a big beautiful fairgrounds there that allow metal detecting. So I had a lot of areas to go, and it was fun back in those days in the 70s. I wish I knew everything I know now and had the equipment I have now, and could go back to those days. I would have filled my pockets with silver and gold, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, if we could take what we knew and went back with. Oh, there he goes again. So Jeff's having internet issues today, Mr. Nick, and yeah, I know, Tim. 74. I was 1 year old too. That's saying something right now. Is he just kicking you out, Jeff?
Yeah, kicked me out again.
Okay.
Maybe when Nick joined us, I don't know.
It's not my fault.
Not your fault.
Maybe it is. It usually is my fault. I usually did it.
It could just be my internet too, because I'm going over cellular service, and I don't have the greatest service at my home. I think I'm getting a couple of bars on LTE. I was going to just get in my car and drive to a 5G area and do the interview out of my car.
Yeah, it feels like the day that you don't want things to go wrong, everything goes completely wrong. And like I said, if it keeps bumping you out, I mean, I know that we could reschedule. I'd like to keep on going today, but if we had to, we could reschedule. It's not that big of a thing, especially if you don't feel. But anyway, everybody go down and make sure that you look in the description. Jeff's channel is in there. I think he's trying to build some spark, get some fire back behind his channel again, and go forward with it. I think that's the goal. Wow, he just in and out. Mr. Nick.
Yes, sir.
This is going to be fun today.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a lot of fun with this.
What was that?
I said we're gonna have a lot of fun with this because it just kicked me out again. I don't know if you noticed, but we'll see how it goes here.
If it goes, I mean, like I said, if it keeps going this way, I'd like to do this and do this one right. I mean, if you have, I know you can't be here next week. If you wanted to bounce out for another week, I mean, I can completely do that. It's not that big of a thing. Nick and I have plenty of other stuff that we have to discuss today, and there's Benzo in the house tonight. But we'll just keep going as long as you can stay stable. So What was that first? You got hooked on the metal detector. You were a coin guy. What was that first item that you found with the metal detector that probably just sunk, the hook right in and you were hooked for life? What was the first major find that you found that you thought, I'm going to do this forever?
I guess I found my first seated dime ever at that county fair. And when I found...
Dang it, man.
It just keeps dropping him. I think he's got like. So Nick.
Yeah. Me?
Oh, there you go. Now I can hear you.
I had my mic up. No, I was trying to say hi to everybody that was coming in the chat since I just dropped in. So I think I threw everyone's name out there. If I didn't, hi.
Okay, Jeff, are you here?
Yeah, I'm back again. What?
Okay. So you found a seated dime at the county fair.
Yeah, that was probably the first real cool coin find that I found, and I said, man, if I'm going to find coins like this is going to definitely be for me. And,
yeah. Did you know the significance of that coin when you found it?
Not really. I mean, I was a coin collector, but I collected mainly like wheat pennies and
Yeah, I hate to see this, man. You're just getting him warmed up.
I know it's like getting him excited, getting us excited. I'm ready for the story now. He's talking about the seat at halftime. Oof.
You're not
Hola.
having much.
Yeah, I don't know how well this is going to work here.
Well, I tell you what, if I would rather do this one the right way. I would rather push
Yeah.
it back a couple weeks than have you coming in and out. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's convenient for you, but if it's not, then we can try. But I would rather do that the way that I like to do it. And if arrange another date, if that would be all right. I mean, it's just kind of it makes it kind of rough, you bouncing in and out.
Yeah, we can probably go out 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today.
Yeah, because next week I'll be camping and up in the Wisconsin Dells area. So
let's make it 3 because the week after that we're on vacation in Florida.
okay, so it'll be like July 1st.
July 1st.
Yeah,
So everybody
okay.
that's in here now, just make sure that you stop back in on July 1st, and you will get a repeat of this part of the interview. I will start it over, and we will get Jeff in here going 100%. But anybody that's in here right now,
everybody.
look down in the description. His YouTube channel is in the description. Go over and get yourself familiar with his channel. Watch some of his videos. Leave him some comments. Get him fired up, and then we will try to knock this out with stable internet. And there he goes. Bye, Jeff.
How do you say Jeff's last name?
You know what? I don't know. Tim could probably tell us.
I mean, it was on there. I just don't think I could pronounce it.
I would say Jorlene.
Jarlene.
There he is. Jarlene, right?
Jarlene. Silent
Jarlene.
K.
Jorlene.
Okay. I didn't want to sound like an idiot, the new substitute teacher or something in class, and be trying to pronounce names that he doesn't know. So
Well, in Norway, they actually pronounce KJ in Norway. It's a Norwegian name. They pronounce it with it like SH, sh. So it's Charlene in Norway, which will make it even more confusing.
oh, that's pretty cool.
But yeah,
That
I just dropped a new video on YouTube, and I have 2 more that are pretty much ready to go. I haven't put too many out in the last couple months, just been too busy, but I've worked on them the last few days getting ready for this. And so if you want to check it.
I saw the one today. The one today was a collab video with him and Tim, the Illinois Digger. They had a couple really nice finds in that video. He had a nice, well, anyway, go check it out on his page. And then he will be back in here on the 1st of July. And I see a name in the chat that I'm not familiar with, Darren Dobson from Toronto, Canada. Hey, Darren, hello and welcome. I went ahead and I put you up as a moderator status. I don't know if you are a channel or if you're just somebody spectating. And right on, but feel free to promote yourself in here if you like. So last week, changing gears really fast, we went to last weekend we went to Flash Bash, and we went and we hung out with the gold prospecting crew. I seen some of them in here tonight already. Nick, I mean, just as a first time meeting these people, walking up to this campsite without really being around any of them before, what'd you think? What did you think on your first impressions of everybody that we first come across when we walked in?
I mean, typically with any of these people that I meet, I'm excited to meet everybody, just because. Hold on a second. Okay, I'll be out there in a minute. It's my boy. Sorry. Yeah, I'm always excited to meet new people. I'm not much of a talker. I like to browse and listen to people's stories and stuff. So if I met you there and you didn't hear much from me, I'm not that social butterfly kind of person. So I like your stories and I like learning about people and everything like that. So I everybody was so cool though. Everybody was so relaxed. It was like a really nice environment. Very welcoming people. Really liked. Shoot, I got a bunch of their stickers here. Ron, JP Lawns, AU guys, Charlie, Luke Duke Outdoors, Benzos, Miss JP, obviously Ed. But man, it was a blast. It was such a blast. Those people are so calm and relaxed, and I meet metal detectors, and most of the time they're like, "Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, let's go." And these guys are like, "No, man, we're gonna hang out for a little bit. That stuff's not going anywhere." But I like the environment. I did. Great people.
So to give a little bit of clarity, Nick and we had never picked up a gold pan. We had never. The thought of it had hit our brains every once in a while, but basically we were under the assumption that where we lived and in this area that there was nothing more than fool's gold. There was no real gold in this area, and where we ended up in southern Ohio was actually further south than what we are right now. And we learned that there's gold in all these creeks. And basically, when we got down there, we went around and met people. There was a lot of people that we knew from here. I mean, we knew because of their channel and talking to them. The only one that we had actually met was Colin, the heavy metal detective. And I seen that he's changed his name back to Meadow again and I seen him on Ed's live stream the other night. So we'd met him before and we were kind of hanging out with him, but Charlie from AU Guys, he was the first one to get up and show us his dredging rig that he had set up and how he'd done it, for less than $100. AU Guys Prospecting does gold prospecting on a budget. I think that's a series of videos that he's doing. Check him out, Charlie. And then we moseyed on over and started talking to people. And every single person we came across treated us like we were brothers that they just hadn't seen in a while and wanted to reconnect. And everybody made us feel welcome. We hung out for a while. We tried hot sauce and hot sausage, and we ate breakfast. And then, we were sitting there going, man, ready to rock. And everybody's like, oh, no, let's go. Let's wait a little while and hang out. So we hung out. Finally, we made it down into the creek. And then we got, that's where we really got introduced to Deej from Digging with Deej and Don, which is Detection Connection, I think is his name. And they were there together and we got to work together. And that's where we started hanging out. What did you think about the dredge and meeting Deej and Don down there in the creek?
Yeah, I forgot to mention Deej and Don. Also, two incredible people. They were on it. They were ready. So, great people. He's that detectorist type that I was telling you about. Like, hey, let's go do something. Pack your shit. Bring a lunch. Make sure you got something because we're going and we're not coming back until we find something. Until the sun goes down. So, yeah, great people. And as far as like the dredge. Running that thing, Don got put to work, man, and so did you. I did a little bit. I was still coming out of the whole my back hurts kind of thing, but I got in there, and I'll tell you what, it's a lot of fun. I think what I got most enjoyment out of was just sitting there using the hand pans, but going around and looking what these people had made. I just thought that was so much. It was interesting because that's the kind of thing that I like to do. I like to break things down, take them apart, find ways to make different things. And seeing that, I'm like, I could totally make that. Whether I might not ever use it or once ever, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to build a high banker just because it's a challenge and I want to.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's. I mean, you said that you already had a place that you had in mind of where we could go. And, there's a couple of places that I had already thought about it once I realized that gold was down this far. And I can see us, if it gets too hot and too dry to detect, I can see us being in the creek.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think that may happen as well. So now that we're picking up all these extra hobbies, you know, not to skip too far ahead on the day, but we dredged
Mhm.
and we all found something. Everybody that was in our little group, we helped Don do his first dredge. And I don't know when I'm going to drop the video, but I got a pretty good video of that day. I'm sure Nick has one too. You know, we went through that process. We helped Don with his because he was the first one running it. And then he got his out of that. We played with the pans a little bit. And then I dredged for a while. And then Nick just really got into digging up chunks of dirt and sitting there panning it. So we sit out there, and we were one of the first ones in the creek, and we were one of the last ones out, honestly. And then, I'm going to skip a little bit ahead because then we come out, we go back, we have a nice dinner. They smoked some pulled pork and everything. There was some chili that was really good. Everybody had the homemade barbecue sauce. So it was turning into a really awesome event. Now, mind you that Nick and I couldn't stay because we had to be at work the next morning.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there, and we decide that, you know, we had donated quite a few door prizes for the you know, the door prize giveaway, stuff from Kellyco that we had. Kellyco right up there in the corner down in the link. We had donated a few things from there, a couple a t-shirt, one of my t-shirts, and a few other things. So we put some donations in, and we wanted to hang out. Well, Nick, honestly, at the time was like, you know, he bought quite a few of the giveaway tickets, but you probably only bought what, $20 worth on the giveaway.
So yeah, it was $20 on the raffle.
So Nick had bought $20 worth of raffle tickets, and it was getting kind of late at this point. So we decided that we were going to stick it out and stay for the raffle. Through the basic part of the first part of it, though, the door prizes. You got your door prize handy?
Yes.
So show your door prize and explain what it is to everybody.
It's a pocket sluice. So I guess I don't know how many years ago these came out. I started looking these up after I had got one, and let's see, Luke Duke has one. He's got a review on it. I actually typed in the Dream Mat Pocket Sluice, and he's like the third video that comes up. It's got a few thousand views on it. So check out Luke Duke's little video on this. He sets it up. Basically, what you're doing is you're getting all the big stones out. You're getting really small stuff, and you just want water to constantly run over this, not rush. You want it to go slow. You guys have all seen gold panning videos, but he finds a little stream, and then he starts putting his material up here and then letting it flow across there. And what those little swirls do, they're going to pick up all the gold. I thought that was really neat. I'd never even heard.
What is going on today? So Nick gets a pocket sluice, and it's a nice little prize, you know, especially for us that, you know, we're not gold prospectors. So to get a prospector's prize was kind of cool. So they make it almost all the way through the raffle and get to the end. And I can't even remember what this is, but I was one of the last names for the door prizes to be drawn. And this was up there. It's a keychain, and it's like a part of a mining card or something. I can't exactly remember what, but it's super heavy and it's really well. I mean, it's got weight to it. So I chose that as my door prize. And then we're kind of hanging out a little bit, and we're getting ready to go into the raffle portion of it. I'm going to let Nick tell the part of that when he comes back on. But there was so many. I mean, everybody was just gathered around this little pavilion. It does, Darren. It looks like an anchor. And there were so many people gathered around, and there were so many great prizes that went out just for the door prizes. Everybody had donated, chipped in. Everybody had stickers and all that good stuff. And then, so, hey, hey, everybody, Jeff is in the chat. I'm going to make Jeff a moderator really fast so he can promote himself. If somebody would drop Jeff's link, it's in the description. Maybe he doesn't know how. I'm not sure if he's been around this a whole lot. But anyway, so we go into this raffle, and then I think there was maybe 1 or 2 numbers drawn, and then the yeah, I know, Mary. Yeah, that's for sure. Let me post that right there. Oh, missed it right there.
Post.
So basically, the second or third number. Thanks, Don. Basically, the second or third number out of the raffle comes up, and I look down, and it's Nick's number. I'm standing there looking over his shoulder, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, you won!" And he's looking down there. It was like something 67 because I had memorized his because I was sitting there talking to some other people and didn't buy tickets.
211567.
Yep, that's what it was. And so Nick has the winning ticket, starts walking up there and tell it.
It's not much of a story. I didn't know what I should pick. I was like, I'm not going to get picked anyway. So I drew Charles from AU Guys, Charlie. I took him up there and I was like, hey, what would you get? And I was asking other people, hey, what's a good thing up here? And they're like, definitely that would be a good one, or that would be a good one. So I got, it's like, they're called Gold Claw pans. They're a different style. And you don't do like the wave action on those. It's a side to side thing. This is the pocket one. I think those are about $15, but it's really cool. It really just kind of plucks all the gold right out. And we got taught how to use these before we went out. Was it Jesse?
Yeah, Jesse.
Jesse. Really cool dude, really smart, knew what he was talking about. The set also came with the original one. And yeah, everything, it's got little riffles in the side right here. And then it's got the tight riffles at the bottom. So you really get the fine stuff out. And then there's this monstrosity that I can't really, I'm just going to cover my face because of how big it is. It has handles on the side. It's like a freaking crisper drawer out of a refrigerator. It's huge. But they call that a production pan. And you move a bunch of material, and then they say you put that in a bucket and you take it on to the house, and then you start going down with it. And apparently you can move tons and tons of material with that. So I was pretty excited. I definitely didn't know what I was going for. And when I grabbed it, Ed called me out. He's like, that guy knows what he's getting. Like, really? I didn't at the time. So I'm glad I got advice from the smart guys. So
yeah, it was good that I mean, that was probably one of the better prizes on the table. I'm sure that the other one that they gave away, they did a Flashopoly game with all the people there, and it was a Monopoly game that was just really cool. I didn't get a chance to really look at it, but that was cool as heck. And that one girl, I can't remember her name, she won that. I think she's going to bring it back next year. But
yeah, she was actually one of them that was selling the tickets. She was going around selling it for everybody. Did I lose Shane now? Man, it's going to be a bad night for the internet, guys. I apologize for dropping out. I got in late. Jeff was in and out. I know what it's like to have bad internet connection. So, and now I got a cat trying to get in my lap and knock all my stuff over.
No, I was in the middle of a conversation, so it wasn't. I wasn't bailing on you.
Okay, no worries.
I would try not to do that. So, so we go through that, and you know, we get through this process, and we've spent the whole day panning. We were soaked. I was soaked and changed clothes like a smart person, so I thought.
Huh.
And I changed clothes. I had additional socks and shoes, and Nick was running around barefoot like a hillbilly.
Hey.
And I had to throw that in there. So anyway, we go through and we get through these giveaways and stuff like that. And Nick won a fantastic prize, something that we will absolutely get some use out of around here. The next time we go, we will probably be panning.
Oh, for sure.
So it's absolutely a win what he got, and we were pretty pleased with the day. I want to go ahead and say JP and Benzo. Both of those guys, if you don't know them, JP has a Saturday night live stream called JP's Bar. It's 9 o'clock on Saturdays. It's really good. He is a gold panner from North Carolina. Him and Benzo, and Benzo's gold. I'm not sure when Benzo's always on. I just see his notifications and come on. Well, these guys come over and support mine and my daughter's sports channel, in which we're doing some sports cards as well. Well, Benzo meant to prove that he meant business. So Benzo brings some of these cards that he's got collected, and we're sitting there chit chatting, and he's like, "Listen, dude, you know what? I want to chip in here and help out, So he starts handing me these cards, and for my daughter, and I'm like, dude, you don't have to give me all this. He's like, oh yeah, I want to. This one. I know you guys are fans, and he's he's like the big brother, like my big brother, hanging out. And I'm like, dude, thank you very much. But before that, JP was doing the same thing. He had brought some specifically that he intended to give us. And then he had a few other, and JP had 3 sets of cards from Topps from the early 90s that he was basically saying, look, you're going to take these home with you. I don't care what you give me for them. And you're going to take these to your daughter. So I'm like, cool, man. I appreciate it. And then I didn't even want to make him an offer on them because I know there was a couple really decent cards in those sets. And I was like, I wasn't even really that comfortable with the whole situation. But, he came back the next day and gave me a price that I was like, if that's what you want, then I'll pay you that. And I brought those cards home, and my daughter was sitting in here, and she went batshit crazy. She loved them. Everything that them guys handed over. JP Lawns and more and Benzo's Gold, those are some fantastic dudes, and they very nice to me for not knowing me and just meeting me. And they handed over some stuff, and it was really nice of them. Alex is tickled to death. So I want to thank those guys before we go any further.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So keeping on going.
Yeah, keep on with that story. Finish it out.
Well, so at that point, yeah, right there, dude. Anyway, so we're like, it's getting late. We decide we're going to take off and we leave. And we go home and we're beat. We're tired. We were in that creek soaking wet, just whipped. And so get Nick to the house, get him dropped off, turn around and go home. I don't even think my clothes, I changed my clothes there. I think my shoes hit the floor and I hit the bed. And that was about it. And I woke up the next morning and I'm getting ready for work. And I realized that my wallet is gone.
Totally gone.
And so I start losing my mind. And the reason why that I lose my mind is there's a legal document that's in a card form in there that allows me to get my birth certificate. We had to have it done because I'm adopted. And when my parents pass, then I'm not entitled to my own birth certificate. So we've taken some precautions and steps over the year, but I left this laminated card in my wallet, and everything else in there I could have gave 2 craps about, and it's gone. So I go to work, and then Nick's like, well, maybe you dropped it in my driveway. So I run down to Nick's driveway. I want to speed through this part pretty quick. Run down the driveway. It's not there. Go through his garage. It's not there. Come back to work, and I'm losing my mind. I've already called Colin on the phone, and I've talked to Ed, and we had talked to Don. Holden is his last name, I believe. Don Holden, and that's Detection Connection. So we got everybody looking for it, and I'm looking at Nick going, dude, the way my brain works, I can't work. I mean, I can't sit here at work and I can't get anything accomplished. I've got to go and find this wallet. So about 8:30, 9 o'clock, I jump in my vehicle and I'm driving back to Ohio in my work garb. Now, granted, my new work shirt makes me look like a 5th grade science teacher that had bad clothing ideas. But I'm in my clothes and I take off. Get there, and Colin and JP and myself and Ed, we all, and Ron F. I forgot to mention Ron. He's from Indianapolis. These guys are out here with me. We're tearing apart this campground. We're going through everywhere looking for this wallet, and it is nowhere to be found. Absolutely nowhere to be found. So I'm devastated, and I'm losing my mind. I've got protection on my card, so I'm not worried about that. There wasn't a lot of cash in my wallet. I wasn't worried about that. So I go through the goodbyes again and head back. And I'm on my way back. And at this point in time, I finally told my wife, was trying to hopefully that she didn't want to murder me, because she's thinking, hey, it's the week before, we're getting ready to go on vacation. What's up, Alex? It's in the blood. That's my daughter. Whoops, hit Mary's name. Anyway, so I get back. I stop up there, and it's like 1:30, 2 o'clock. And I'm like, you know what? There is no sense in me going to work. So I come head into the house. And just about the time I get to the house, I get a strange phone call. It says private number, state official, something like that. And I pick it up and I answer it, and it's the state police. And the only thing I could think of about why they had that number was because I had called about an intersection where people were jumping and going down the on-ramp as an off-ramp when traffic was bad in the morning during the COVID-19 thing, when everybody was shut down because the traffic was going so slow for the steel plants that was morning. Anyway, I called them several times from that number, and I talked to so lo and behold, this lady says, hey, guess what? We got your wallet here. A truck driver dropped it off here this morning. I'm on my way. Get in the car, zoom on down there. I get there. What's up, Cynthia? I get down there. And the story I'm told was about 20 minutes from where we were staying, a truck driver from Louisville, Kentucky, was in the bathroom of a truck stop, and he seen it laying on top of the trash can where there was plenty of towels and stuff overflowing. He picked it up, and instead of turning it in right there, he looked at the ID, saw where it was at. He knew he was going by there and dropped it off at the state police post. Now, granted, he dropped this thing off at 6 o'clock in the morning, so he must have picked it up at 3:34 at night, somewhere around there, 5 or 2:33, somewhere in there. And they neglected to get a hold of me for a whole almost 7 hours, which would have saved me a lot of grief if they would have called me right away, I guess. But anyway, so I get down over there, I go pick it up. The only thing that's missing out of the wallet is $84 is all that's missing. And I'm like, I'm ecstatic. I'm tickled to death. And I had a $5 Canadian, a $5 bill in Canadian in there that was gone too. So I guess they did not see any differences in the money. Anyway, so it was a roller coaster. We had probably one of the best Saturdays that we'd had as far as going out and treasure hunting and meeting people and doing stuff. And then it turned into a stressful situation. And then, of course, when I take off on Nick on Sundays, I'm abandoning him at work with double the responsibility for the day. So, I not only did I have something on my plate, I put more on his, which I'm good at doing that.
That's no worries. It was funny. We were still down there Saturday, and he's like, "Hey Nick, I'm taking time off on Sunday. I won't be there on Sunday." Haha, just kidding. And then Sunday rolls around. He's like, "Hey Nick, I can't find my wallet. I gotta go find it." So the joke turned into something serious, but we had it under control. No worries, man.
Yeah, it was a good thing. Hey, and also we got given and handed a few cool items while we were there too, and one of which, and it's going to lead me into a story. One of which was, I'm trying to remember who I think these were just handed out to everybody, right, Nick?
Yeah. So Ed went around and gave those out to everybody. I can't remember who he said donated those, but somebody did. Everybody that bought a site So if there was 3 people at a site, one person got it from those 3. But he had a stack of them, and it was really cool for somebody to come in and do that. I wish I could remember who did it.
And I got one that I don't know that you got or not. I can't remember or not if it was the same day or not. But I can't remember if you were standing there. I can't remember if it was Saturday night or Sunday morning when I got it. I think it was Saturday night. I think it was Saturday you got this. But anyway, our buddy Luke Duke Outdoors was handing out, God bless it, good luck tokens, Bruce Lee good luck tokens.
Yeah, I got one of those.
And that was something else that was really cool that we got out of that people just handing out something. What's the bottle called? The snuffer bottles. Nick purchased a couple snuffer bottles for us
from Benzos.
From Benzo, and then and I got it in the car, and somebody handed me on Sunday morning. They handed me a sleeve to stick it down in a crocheted like sock for those.
Oh yeah, I've seen people wearing those.
Hey Tim, thank you for coming by.
See you, Tim.
And make sure you come back in a couple weeks when Jeff's back in here. Jeff just released a video, metal detecting Wisconsin, and him and Tim were out in a pasture field out in the boonies, and they had a pretty good little hunt, and it was a pretty decent video. So please check that out. Give them guys a like and a sub if you haven't. But those two had a pretty good day together, and they are buddies. So anyway, check that out. Tim, I'll see you later, my friend. Shoot me a text if you need anything.
Kay's heading out too. Kay, thanks for stopping in.
Good night, Kay. Kay's new nickname is the Sledgehammer.
Did I miss that story?
Yeah, go to Clark's Cove Detecting, and there's a video there, and you'll figure out which one it is. Well, Mort, you know what? I don't know, but I haven't done anything in a while, so maybe so. I haven't even looked, but yeah, we can do one here, and we can do one here in just a few minutes or a little bit. I have to get it set up. I got to change. I had everything set up for Jeff, and then his internet was bad today. But yeah,
Hey,
we can do one tonight.
I got a question. For Relic Reaper metal detecting, were you there at Flash Bash? I saw someone. It was a Relic something, but it looked like they were with their family. They had a couple kids and maybe his wife or girlfriend or somebody. They were set up right on the other side of the dude that had all the cameras and the drone and everything. They had a little pop-up tent, like a canopy tent. And looking at that name, I always see Relic Reaper in here, but I thought I heard Ed call him something like that. Never got introduced, never introduced myself. But yeah, Relic Reaper, were you at Flash Bash? If so, sorry I didn't get to talk to you, introduce myself.
No, that's B3. That's what
Was it
Benzo's
B3?
saying. Yeah.
B3 Relic Recovery. Okay. Maybe that sounds more like it. I don't know. It didn't click until later. What's up, Ed?
Oh, there he is. There was the man with the plan that put all that together and took care of us all like family.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Never felt more welcome at a place, Go to a concert, or a big group gathering, you always expect something different. But that was totally cool. I can't wait till next year, or maybe another meetup that we can go to before then, because I really like that whole group of people.
Yeah,
I'd come out of my shell a little bit next time instead of standing around like an idiot.
Yeah, when you get a little, you know what? When you walk into a place and it's full of people that you don't really know, it takes a few minutes to kind of, like I said, Charlie was the first one that was, he was kind of, hey, come here and check out my stuff. And we were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Colin being up all night and getting up early, I don't know. I just can't go up to people and be like, hey, you don't know me, but I guess that's how you meet people, right?
Yeah, and just to put it into perspective, we're both bad at that part of of things like that. Introductions for us is, I think we both have a little anxiety about it, so it's not always the best thing for us to do. But, and then I want to go a little bit further ahead. So, it's early Tuesday afternoon, and and we're sitting around, and I got home. I think I ran from work as soon as the opportunity presented itself to sneak out the door, and it was right around 3 o'clock. And I do that whenever humanly possible. But yeah, I know, Ed. But so I snuck out the door, and somebody had hit me, and I got it in my notifications, but I was doing something else, and Deej was getting ready to was going live. So I got in there, and because all the prospecting people were going over to watch her live, because I think she was the first one since we got back to start talking about things. And then it hit like an avalanche. Everybody started throwing Deej, $5, $10, $1.99, all these different super chats, because she's such a personable human being, and everybody really thinks the world of her. And once a few people started donating, it just flooded, and it brought her to tears. And she was sitting there; she could hardly. She was so happy, but she was in tears, and it was like we were having. It was almost like it was fun. I mean, everybody just started barreling on because everywhere she goes, she's like one of those people. She's a lot like Kay or Cynthia, she just jumps in there and she puts everybody under her wing and makes you feel welcome and loved. And everybody showed her some love in there, and it was great. I was getting ready to leave when I dropped her one, because I was just thanking her for allowing us to use her pans and stuff like that when they were down creek and hanging out with us and giving us a good time. But it was amazing. It was what our community is totally about, and I really enjoyed that. And it was really cool to see. So anyway, so now we got, and I had to say that, get that all about that.
No, it's all good.
Put Ed's little message up there, and that's true. And she made deviled eggs while we were there, and we ate deviled eggs for the dinner. I know that was her.
Yeah.
And we had, dude, there was so much good food on that table that night.
Man, I'm already just so bad at gaining weight and stuff, so I didn't want to look like a bigger fat ass than I already am. And I already carried a bowl and a plate away. I had chili and a sandwich and deviled eggs, and I think there was, oh shoot, green beans. I don't know. Shit. I was like, I want more of everything, but I'm just gonna eat this and be happy in moderation. Like an addict, right? I'm an addict with food. So.
Yeah. So I got a video that I'm going to do, but it's about reject Coinstar coins. I think I might have mentioned it a little bit. Yeah, Mary, I am. I'm not really good. I'm really good once I'm a little bit comfortable, but at the end of the day, introductions, I'm a little reserved about. I new people is tough for me sometimes. I'm getting better. I think this is making me a little bit better, but yeah, I have problems with it. So I got it's kind of a Coinstar reject thing. That was what this next little video that I'm probably going to do. I got so many of them that are off topic but related that I'm trying to get on a schedule before we go on vacation. But I'm going to skip to the chase. I'm sitting here the other day, and my wife, she works at a truck stop, go figure. And so there is, they got one of them coin machines there. And what they do is they put those coins aside in these little black boxes. And anybody that's out and about, you can ask anywhere you go for these places that handle that much money. So they have these boxes and it's full of rejects. So if you get there at the right time and nobody's asked for it, you can get these boxes. And she says, hey, I'm getting ready to go through the reject boxes. And I says, well, and what it was just everything, no matter what nationality it is, just as long as it's what it looks like, I'll give you face value for and take everything out of there that you don't want. So not to give away too much, I got quite a few Canadian coins, a few other country coins. I got more than a few silvers this time, which was the most I'd ever gotten out of one of those. And I spent like $6. But what happened, you just check your truck stops, any place that has like a Coinstar style machine that counts their own money. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, and she calls me up later, and she says, hey, I got a coin, and it's a quarter, and I think it's silver. And I said, what is it? And she says, it's a 2003 Arkansas or Arizona. Can't remember which. I'll have to go get it. And I'm like, I don't believe there's a silver one of those. And she's sitting there, and she drops on the counter, and she says, listen. And she drops it on the counter. And I'm like, go ahead and put a quarter in the box and bring that home, because the machine wouldn't take it. So she brings this thing home, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it, and it kind of looks silver. It doesn't look like, like a Washington silver. It looks a little different, but it bounces and it sounds like silver. So I got out my silver test kit, the easiest thing in the world to do. And I took a 64 dime. I took the half that's around my neck, and I scratched the stone with it. And they all came up right around a 92% or whatnot. And so this coin was silver. And so I looked it up, and somebody must have opened a proof set, because that was the only ones that I saw from that year. There was like 5 states had proofs that were silver packages, and somebody must have opened it and dropped it at a gas station. And I was like, it made me rethink, how much I go through these coins. Now I think, when I go through my scrap coins, I'm going to start bouncing them off the table just to make sure, to see if they got the right sound or not. But it is just so everybody knows that if you go through and find these coin machines, they do not accept silver coins. They do not. War nickels won't even go through. They spit war nickels out. They spit any nickels before a war nickel. A buffalo will spit out. If they keep these on a thing, just offer them face value for it. You can go through with them and count it. But I got a bunch of Canadian coins and stuff like that. I thought it was really cool, and I'm going to definitely make a video about the other part of that, because I think there's a lot more silver out there that we don't see every day. Nick, if you got anything you want to gossip about for a minute or two, I'm going to see how quickly I can get set up to do a race.
Okay. I got a bunch of stickers. You guys want to see some stickers?
Yeah, show off everything we got that day.
Luke Duke Outdoors gave me a couple stickers. Cool dude, solid dude, funny as hell. JP Lawns and More hooked us up with the full sticker pack. I even got a window cling for my car. I'm going to put that on there. And just so you know, his little guy he's like a really tall leprechaun in his picture on a lawnmower, green shirt, huge long red beard. And you laugh, but the dude's like 6'4" and his beard is like 2'4". So and he wore a green shirt. Him and Benzo both. They were wearing green shirts. That's funny. You guys prospecting got his sticker. I got a couple Ron F stickers. I really like Ron's stickers. He's got the skull. A lot of people put the skulls in there, and I like that. And of course, you got the big Flash Bash sticker. Thanks, Ed. You guys did a good job with all that. Yeah, that was my sticker pack. That was my Flash Bash sticker pack. And then I got a letter in the other day. Napped that point on sticker at last year's. Oh, sorry guys. Clark's Cove. I won something on their stream the other night. Just put a video out about it, but they gave me a cool sticker pack too. I got their 2 stickers. I'm sure y'all know what their stickers look like. I got the Cover for Life. I still got to put all these. I put all these on my gun safe because I know I'll never lose the gun safe. It's, well, let's see. Yeah, right here. So maybe I'll do a video of all my stickers. Of course, there's not very many. Brooklyn Treasure Hunter, I don't know if you're in here tonight, but they sent me your sticker too. Digging Florida. I don't think I'd ever seen that one before. There's a couple in here that I didn't know. Part-time Detector. It's like pink. And then Sherry Ward. Do you know Sherry Ward?
I do not.
Yeah, it's just a little raccoon on there. I thought that was cool. Hey, Sonia. Hashtag Team Sonia. And the coolest thing, I told you about this, Shane, but I didn't bring it into work and show you. It's super tiny, and I like it. It's a Chester A. Arthur commemorative sterling silver coin, and it's in a little blister pack like you would get like a allergy medicine or something in, and it's never been taken out, and I'm not gonna take it out. I think it has something on the back side of it, so it's gonna be hard to see with the light here. Let's see if I can.
He says Sherry's in Michigan, by the way.
Okay. Let's see. I can't get it up there. Anyway, it's the teeniest, tiniest coin. But there it is next to my finger. That's how tiny it is. But it's really cool. I keep it in my little case up there with all the silver that I've found. So if I've got your stickers, and if anybody wants stickers, and I know everybody likes to trade and share stickers, I still got to get some made up. So I'm still considering that name change that we talked about like 3 months ago, but just make it easier for people to find me. It's just hard to find my channel. But anyway, Robert and Melissa, great people, come in. I sniped that win. I don't ever get a chance to come in on your lives, but I happened to come in that night. Thank you guys. Great people. And I'm excited about it. It hangs right above my bed, and then this little guy goes right in there with all my other little treasures. Ooh.
So, anywho,
Yeah, sorry, there's a little
no,
rambling
you're good. I'm just trying to figure out something here. That's it. I can't read. So, what I'm going to do tonight is I think that I'm going to give away a coin.
Ooh.
This is a Marshall Islands $5 gold piece or $5 coin. It's a 1997 Christmas edition of the coin. Just so you know, it is not silver. It is it's a combination of nickel and copper. But it's a very nice coin, and it's cool, and it's worth $5 in the Marshall Islands.
$5.
$5. So, and for my sanity, please don't repost or whatnot. But when I say go, post the word coin in chat. We're gonna go for 1 minute, and everybody get the word coin typed in chat. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, what are we typing?
Coin.
There you go. Now they're rolling. Now they're rolling. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Behave. Someone's telling Brockton to behave. What did you do, Brockton? Mary Monarch says you need to behave.
Who knows with Sean?
Yeah, Moto. That's what's holding me back from making stickers. If I spend the money and make all these stickers and hand them out to everybody, he said I should make a sticker, but but will I be moto mining forever? Yeah, Am I always going to be take it on? Probably not. Jody says he's always up to no good. Hey, at least Snorkel Pirate's not in here tonight. I mean, I'd welcome him for sure, but Brockton seems to get his ass a little kicked around by Snorkel Pirate. He's always like, Brockton sucks. We're all hashtag Team Sonia. And he's like, hashtag Brockton sucks. He even sneaks in here on his dad's channel and really just trolls him out.
He deserves it, I guess. That's funny.
I think there's someone else in there too. Tidewater, are you involved in all that? I don't know. I get a kick out of it. I like it.
All right. This list is going to be nice and easy to get in there. Is anybody else one in that's not in? If so, speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm going to go back and double check one more time to make sure I got all the names. But and we'll get this thing rolling.
He said, yes, I am. Brockton sucks.
All right.
You want me to drop the stop in there?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I think everybody had already stopped anyway.
That's good. I like it when people cooperate, because when you don't, it gets to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Turnabout fair play, usually Brockton maggot fisher. I don't know if that was a joke, but haba. Spam the chat. Do it up. Do it up, Moto. Get your links in there if you don't have your links. Everybody likes seeing those links. When I drop my links in, I usually wind up with a couple extra subs by the end of the night. Even though I'm in here every week, but they usually get taken away anyway. So did you go over and look at any of Benzo's videos?
I've watched his channel a little bit.
Dude, I really like those. He does a good job at those videos. And then just seeing all that gold come out. I say all that gold, it's not like, not fist-sized nuggets or anything, but man, I just like being in the creek, I think. I grew up in a creek, on a creek, next to a creek, playing in the creek. And then just being down there like that, it makes me want to go back outside down to the creek a lot more, take the kids. But yeah, really like those videos. Benzo, if you're still in here, good job, man. I really like those videos. And some of those gold prospect.
What happened? Did you freeze, Nick? Oh. Nicholas. Oh, I'm typing. Uh-oh. What the hell was this? Hey, I'm telling you what. I'm in jinx today. I see Nick down there froze up. Are you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor connection, man. I dropped it in the chat, but
Okay.
I have to keep going back between my Wi-Fi and my just my regular service from my phone.
Okay, let me get this race set up, and then you can have poor connection all you want. Because once we get this done, we'll be over it.
Poor connection, all I want. He's just gonna kick me out. See, now my computer's not even working. I can't even see the computer now. I figured out what it was though. I don't have like cable or satellite television anymore because they kept jacking the prices up and they really pissed me off. And so I've got just like the landline connection, and it's kind of slow, but for what I do, just like stream Hulu, Netflix, and that kind of shit, it's okay. Kids get on their little tablets and stuff, and they've got plenty of internet, so I don't really stress it. It's pretty inexpensive every month. But I'll tell you this, how like technologically in advance that I am. I'm like, yeah, that's all I can get. I can only get 25 whatever megabits per second. And then my father-in-law, who's like a computer technician all the way back from the 70s, like that's his daily job. He's like, oh no, mine's like 250. I'm like, you live in town? He's like, oh yeah, I've got cable. cable connection. Like, I had no idea. I had no clue. So if I get that cable connect, it's the same price. I just don't like the company that they're trying to get me to do it through.
You have the same cable as I do, right?
I don't have cable.
Well, I mean, they want you to go through Spectrum, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, and I've got CenturyLink. I don't like CenturyLink either. But did you hear me talking about me shooing a guy off my front porch in the shop today?
No.
So Spectrum, they have like their mobile, but they have like their cable too, basic channels, whatever. It's the actual cable company. And it was a couple months back. I've got the dog in the house. I've got the kids in the house, and I'm over at my garage. And for everybody listening, my garage is adjacent to it's not attached. I actually own 2 lots in town. Now they're connected. So I'm literally around the corner on a different street, but I can still see my house. So I'm over in the garage and I'm messing around doing whatever I'm doing. I hear my dog barking, and he barks at people. I mean, that's what a dog does. He's doing his job. So he's looking out the window and he's barking at people on bicycles or whatever else. So the barking is more intense than normal. So I start taking off over to the house, and I hear this dude on my porch, and he's talking. And he's like, "Is your parents home?" And like, "Can you get somebody?" I pull my knife out of my pocket, and I got it down to my side. I'm like, I'm going to cut somebody. And it's a Spectrum dude. He's on my porch, and he's like, "Hey, what kind of provider do you have?" I'm like, "Get off my porch." Like, I'm straight up just pissed at this dude. I'm ready to cut him because my kid, he locks the door. He knows the drill. But yeah, now he's like, "Just, let me know if you ever want to switch providers." I'm like, "Get off my porch. No, don't leave me a card. Don't leave me a flyer. Get out of here." And now I'm like, "Hey guys, can I get some of that Spectrum?" So I'm a little hesitant to call them and be like, "Hey, come and install some shit for me."
That's hilarious. The day before you tell him to get off your porch, now you want his service.
Right. Yeah. So they can go to hell and I'll have shitty service. How's that?
That's awesome. Let me see here. Get this ready to rock and roll.
Leprechaun.
Let's switch this over. All right, everybody that's in here. I'm pretty sure I got you all. If I didn't. I'm pretty sure I did, though. So everybody, in honor of Benzo's Gold and JP Lawns and more, we're racing Leprechauns today.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the difference is. They all got 4-leaf clovers, it looks like, or stars or whatnot. But we're going to go 1 minute. And here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there's even music. That's awesome. I love it. Man, I can't even tell who's pulling out ahead.
I know.
Little short legs. Who is it? Who is it?
J-O-I-O. I can't even see.
Mayor. Marlon's up there. Look, they're slower than the zombies.
Uh-oh. I see Brockton. Tidewater, 907. Who's that down there? Benzo down there.
Benzo's.
Hey, I was going to say, look, he's got red hair like Benzo, but they all got red hair.
There's a bald one down there. Benzo's blue, though. Someone give him CPR.
Come on. Are we really going to let Brockton win? Uh-oh, here comes Dawn in the middle. Come on, Dawn.
Dawn's going to overtake Brockton.
Kick Brockton's ass. Oh, never mind. Oh, there goes Dawn. She's going to win.
She's going to get it. Cool. I didn't know Dawn had a mustache.
Dawn's got a nice mustache. That's that.
It's like Snidely Whiplash.
Snidely Whiplash. All right, Dawn. So if you don't know how to get a hold of me, skirvinlewis@gmail.com. Send me an email with your address, and I will get this in the mail pretty soon. Usually doesn't take me too awful long. Let me get the screen switched around here real fast. I mean, at the end of the day, anybody but Brockton, right? Anybody but Brockton.
Come on.
Sean, you know I love you, man. I mean, I guess if once everybody starts kicking on you, it's kind of, yeah, there you go. Brockton sucks. Bam.
Now that my internet's back up, yeah, everybody's talking about how theirs sucks and how expensive it is, and yeah, I totally agree there. We lost Nick on the creek, so Ed's asking if I got to use the gold claws yet. So yes and no. No, I haven't got to use. I used the big one. I filled it up with water, and then I actually bought 2 bags of. They had coins and gems and actually a little bit of gold, little pay dirt bags for my kids. And I filled the big one up with water, and I showed them how to use the little tiny one, and they got to pan a little bag of dirt in the house. So that was pretty cool. My son got like 6 little things in there. That was fun. So, but I've got it set up. I've got a creek ready, and I've talked to my cousin today. We're going to go soon.
Yeah, heck yeah. So as I think this is going to really close it out for the day, Ed, once again, thank you for this last weekend. We appreciate the hospitality and the kindness and the patience to teach us how to do your craft a little bit, and we did learn quite a bit that day. So it worked out really well for us, and everybody else that we met that weekend. There's way too many people that I don't really know their names, but I can definitely remember the faces and the families. We really enjoyed ourselves. We decided, that we're definitely going to go back. So it's the way it's going to work out. Ed, thank you very much. Everybody else, it's about 20 minutes past. Next week, I don't have anything exactly planned. I'm still waiting on one thing. But the only thing I have planned right now is 3 weeks from today. I'm going to redo Jeff's Metal Detecting Wisconsin. And guys got some very interesting finds and stories to tell. Anybody that wants to come hang out with Alex and me here in about 40 minutes, we got some garbage to talk about sports tonight that we're gonna beat it up because we had a good show the other day. Now we're probably gonna be mad tonight the way some of the things worked out this week. Thank you, Deej. I appreciate it. It was nice to see you again. I loved your stream Tuesday. I was glad everybody powdered you with some love and kindness. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Dawn, hold on a second. Right here. Dawn, there's the email right there. If not, if you have trouble with it, hit Kay up. She's got my address. Everybody. Oh, any last words, Mr. Nick?
If anybody wants to email me, my email is in the link to my channel. If you're subscribed to me, just go to the About page. You guys know how to do that. I don't know if I've got my Gmail or my Outlook up there, but it's the same for both. It's ncarfield@gmail or ncarfield@outlook. Email me on either one. I'll get them both. And it's Carfield, spelled like the cat Garfield, but replace the G with a C. Ncarfield. Thanks for having me on. Sorry my internet was crap, and sorry I was late getting in here. But everybody, thanks for coming.
No worries. And Nick, Garfield's a good analogy, bro.
It's because of the orange hair.
Yeah, and the affinity for lasagna.
My affinity for lasagna. And Mondays are awful. I hate Mondays.
See everybody next week.
See you guys.